Honest J. Nowak. Coming at you live. Alright. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. Now, let's just say that for the first time this season, it's about time that I start getting through some marathoning, as part of the series is in fact going to be doing this sort of radical shift in terms of episode quantity, just like with the first season. Because let's just say that I have even more of a limited window, not just surrounding the fact that there are not as many episodes for season 2 as there were in season 1, but also given the fact that, well, I only have several more months left to go here. Because I do want season 3 to be out within the next year. So, of course, this will be the first time that this will take place, but you'll be seeing this happen several more times throughout the season. So, don't expect just one episode to be uploaded per day most of the time, in this season especially. Well, anyways, now's the time we go on to number 763, and that, of course, would relate to Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers, when you want to eat and forget that you just ate. A lot of their snacks are rated 2 smart points. Weight Watchers smart points are, of course, their little increment that's given out based on the kinds of things that their snacks happen to have. And that, of course, would be air popping. Of course, I will talk a little bit more about air popping itself, the process of air popping, and how air popping can be different in terms of, well, making certain snacks or other foods entirely. But anyways, the way that they're air popped chips for the most part, or air popped crisps if you're international, is the fact that they are in fact awarded 2 Weight Watchers smart points for the fact that they're air popped and they're also not as many calories. That seems to be the best explanation that I can at least piece together. But also given to the fact that there were in fact a lot of different flavors that you could choose from original to barbecue, to salt and vinegar, etc. You can certainly find a lot within Weight Watchers snacks that many others would not necessarily take place. But on the flip side, you can also expect there to not be as many things that are relating to good flavor, quality, or even, well, how the chips themselves may not necessarily be good for anyone who's a lick daddy. Anyone who's wanting to find good flavor in chips, or flavor, of course, that does in fact correspond with a real thing. In the case of Rhett and Link, for example, from Good Mythical Morning, in which their web series Super Snack Flavor Match has had a few run-ins with the Weight Watchers chips, and then of course there were those times where they broke off chips while trying to, well, lick at it, just to find the right kind of flavors. Now, salt and vinegar and barbecue were pretty much the flavors that they have tasted so far, to see if they were as close to any of their adjacent flavor profiles, but they of course were proven to be average. So they weren't the worst, nor were they the best. They were somewhere in between for the most part. Weight Watchers chips, they've both gotten a 10. Barbecue and salt and vinegar across both of them, they both gave them a 10. In total, of course. Not by, well, their individual scores, otherwise they would have been awarded the Bryans in terms of their, well, accuracy. But anyways, aside from being a part of a famous web series, aside from having some introductions with others, aside from being analyzed by most health experts around the world, Weight Watchers probably are not at the tip top of the food chain relating to healthy snacking and eating entirely. But they are still a pretty big step in the right direction in terms of trying to gauge whether or not you can find good flavor in chips, yet still retain extreme levels of healthy nutrition and other values in relation to health entirely. But I will say at least that this is still quite a ways away from what we could possibly discover that could be much healthier for us, yet still rather tasty. You know what? I'm gonna do 4 more here for today. And if you want to see more go down on my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.